the right word, but yeah, I know, right? I don't know, but it feels great, man. It feels great to be back home.
How different this games will look since you were here?
Oh man, it's amazing. I come on, I fly in and I drive in or whatever, and I got new buildings and all type of things going on, man. It's nice though. It's good for the city. I love it.
How did this opportunity come about with Coach Napier and just you guys getting on the phone and talking about coming back here?
Yeah, it was a real simple process. You know, I think last year when everything went down, you know, I kind of seen it happen. I can't lie about that. I seen it happen, and then, you know, the thing of, you know, the crazy part about it, you know, I had a great relationship with my guys up there. I had made a lot of friends up there, so it's kind of one of those moments where I hope I get a call, but if I do, it's going to be really, really hard because it's going to be hard for me to say no. You know, so it was, you know, it happened quick. You know, he called and we both knew, we had mutual friends. And I did my homework on him, and I'm pretty sure he did his homework on me, and it was an easy, simple process, man. This is home, man, so it wasn't too much, you know, the other place could say or do to keep me there. You know, this is home.
What did your homework tell you about him?
Oh man, great guy. First of all, great guy, great family man, very, very detailed. Had a plan. You know, everything was positive. It kind of reminded me of myself on how detailed he was and the note taking. A funny story, I came here for practice and I seen he had a notepad and he was writing down everything. You know, I kind of do that a lot myself, and I thought I was always a little weird. But to see him doing it, I said, okay, well, maybe I'm not so weird for writing everything down. But everything I heard about him was great, man, and it was in line with you know, the things I heard, and I got here, and it's been great working for him.
Mike, how big a difference is NIL making in your opinion? I mean, you probably would have cleaned up pretty nicely. What do you think about that benefit for young players?
I think in a way, I'm kind of 50-50 on it right now. You know, I definitely agree with the players do need to get paid. I think it, you know, moving forward, it need to be some type of system set up for them to get paid. I don't know, you know, this is just me just talking out loud. I don't know if it's something, set up something, you know, once they get their degree or, you know, you go 4 years in school or something, you can put it in a trust fund or something. I don't know, but I'm all for the players getting paid. I don't want it to affect the game. And that's the thing that I fear now, that it may affect the game.
In what way?
Guys choosing schools for the wrong reason. Guys forgetting, you know, why they play the game. You know, you take me and you take a lot of the younger guys, I mean, a lot of the older guys, you know, you get into this game because you love it. You grow up playing it. You played it as a kid. It's a love, you know. And, of course, one day you want to do it for a living, and you should get paid for it. But I don't want that to get in the way of I don't want the money to get in the way of the love of the game.
Did you always want to be a coach?
I thought about it. You know, I can't say I grew up saying I'm going to be a coach one day. I was fortunate enough to play for a great coach, Mike Smith, in Atlanta. And actually, it was in Jacksonville. He was my D coordinator there. And, you know, I was an inside linebacker at the time. And, you know, as an inside linebacker, you got to make all the calls on the field. And he used to actually make the calls in the meeting room. So I had to get up and make the calls. And then I had to present the defense for the week. And, you know, it kind of grew on to me. And I started getting into that role and kind of, you know, pretty much enjoyed it. And then my last 4 years playing ball, you know, I was kind of an older guy, and my roles kind of shifted a little bit from being more the guy on the field 90, 100% of the time. I was more the guy teaching the younger guys, and just kind of fell into this role, man, and I love it.
Did you feel like you had so much knowledge that it would have been sort of a waste not to, I mean, get an insurance or whatever else you know?
Yeah, I just looked at it more so like just giving back to the game. You know, this game is, you know, it's blessed me along the way. It helped me be able to bless a lot of people in my life, you know, whether it be family, friends, you know, neighbors, you know, and you always want to give back to the game. And I think coaching, you know, being able to affect, you know, college kids is kind of the ultimate way of giving back to the game.
Mike, do you see, I mean, not trying to make a comparison here because it would be totally unfair, right, but do you see any qualities in Billy that are in the man that you played college football for? You see any qualities, common threads? Yeah, but you know, you're right. I don't think it's fair for me to sit up here. Quality. Like, yeah, what are the qualities that maybe make guys great? You played for a great.
The great one will probably be, you know, he has a plan. and I truly believe he's going to stick to his plan. That was kind of the guy I played for. You know, it was not just his way he's going to do it, but he had a plan, you know, and Coach Nape, he has a plan, man, and he that triggers down to everybody on staff. If you're not pushing this way and trying to make the program better or get back to the top, you almost stand out. You stand out like a sore thumb because everybody's recruiting, everybody's, you know, wanting the best, you know, and pouring so much into the university, it gets kind of contagious, and you always want to do a little more.
Do you think Coach Spur, I mean, you said, you know, he seems like a guy that just could have drawn plays up in the dirt and all that, but what you're saying, he was super organized.
Yeah, that's Spurrier. That's still Spurrier to me. I think he was super organized. He knew what he wanted to do. You know, he knew his plans. Coach Nape he has a plan, man, and he doesn't let, you know, anything go unnoticed.
Excuse me, what's the outside linebacker position going to look like in this scheme? Before they were called the Buck.
Right.
You guys call him the Buck, and what can we expect from that guy?
Right now we're calling it the Jack. You know, it's kind of growing on me right now. They call him the Jack Boys is what I was calling. You know, some of the coaches was calling us. But it's a combination of a guy who you're gonna see him blitz a lot. You're gonna see him drop into coverage. You're gonna see him play the run. You know, as a college kid, I would say it's an ideal position that I would love to come play in. You know, where I can pretty much showcase my skills and do a lot of things.
What do you think about Brenton Cox getting him back this year? How much of a discussion did you have with him about coming back, and what do you think about getting to coach him?
I'm excited. You know, actually not just Britton, but all my guys. You know, the first thing I did, I did it when I first got here. Is I wanted to get all the contacts of my guys. I got all those guys. I reached out to them and actually took them out, and I wanted to, you know, introduce myself and kind of, you know, build that relationship. And Britton was he was one of the first ones that came up to the meeting room. We sat and we talked for a while. You know, I wanted him to get to know me, and I wanted to get him to know him as well. You know, I've been watching him for a while. I actually recruited him when he was coming out, so I was familiar with him. So I'm excited to get out there on the field and you know, and let him do his thing.
What's the key for him to take his game to the next level this year?
Right now, we're just working on, you know, he has all the skills. You know, this guy's strong, he's powerful, he can run, he can rush the passer, you know. Right now, my thing is to kind of, you know, polish his game, help him learn the game. You know, it's so many things that goes into football. You know, everybody think you get out there and I just run around and make plays. No, it's so many things. You know, you can talk about, you know, taking care of your body, away from football. You know, building his brand up. You know, what do you want to be after football? You know, so. I'm not, you know, I don't come in and say I'm Coach Peterson. Now I play a lot of roles for them guys, and I think.
Juwan Black seems to be flashing a lot.
Yep.
And a little bit that we see. What do you expect from him? I mean, he seems to have a real knack for finding the ball.
These guys a ball hawk, man. He finds the ball. He is surprisingly he's a lot taller than I thought. Just watching him on tape, but he's a long kid. He's very athletic, and you know, I've been impressed with him and hope he's just continue to do what he do.
What can you tell us about the Gatormade program and sort of what that's going to do for players in terms of development?
Oh man, I think it's great, man. It's not just helping guys. You know, and like I said earlier, it's not about just helping guys on the field. I think it's, you know, building a brand. You know, setting them up for life after football, which we all think when we're playing the game, we're going to play it forever. So, you know, the Gatormade program is great, man. It's also taps into the NIL deals, and it's great, man.
When you were talking to guys and introducing yourself, did you get the sense that they knew who you were?
No, I don't think so. I don't. And you know what? That's probably it wasn't a bad thing that they didn't know. You know, I was upstairs walking by a guy the other day, and I don't forget who it was. It might have been Powell or one of those guys. I was walking by him, and he kind of glanced over and, Coach, that's you? I was on the wall in the hall, so he was. I said, yeah, sometime that used to be me. So I don't think they have a clue, but it's okay. You know, it's fine. You know me, I'm not one to toot my horn. I can care less if they know, you know, who the player Mike Peterson was, as long as they know who the coach is.
How big were you here, and what do you weigh now?
I done slimmed up a little bit, man. I tell people this is my golf weight, you know, like this is, you know. But now, you know, I tease my guys, you know, all the time who I played with. I say when you finish playing ball now, you go one way or the other. You go here, or you go here. So I'm trying to stay right here. But to answer your question, right now I'm proud of that number, so that's why I'm kind of holding it back. I say I'm about 225 now, 230. Biggest I played was probably 245. Yeah.
Just a few more for
What's
coach.
the key to being productive? I mean, you probably, I don't know what your stats were, but you probably had 1,000 tackles in the NFL.
Yeah.
What's the key to being productive like that and really maximizing your ability?
Number one, you got to have good genes. Thanks to mom and dad and the good Lord upstairs. But you got to take care of your body, man. You know, I know it sounds like a cliche, and you hear everybody say it, but you got to take care of your body. It's not I go to practice and I'm done. Once you get into this profession, you got to live it. You got to live it day in and day out. And it's all about the little things, man. I try to tell my guys that, but I don't think they get it all the time. But it's you gotta take care of your body, man, and you gotta. So later in my career, I started out. I changed the way I trained. It wasn't no more you bench pressing all the time. You got to get in the pool. You got to get on the bike. So just taking care of your body and be a student of the game.
What are your early impressions of Powell and just what type of player he could be?
Guy's explosive, man. He's powerful. He's explosive. And he's a great kid. Real quiet. I'm trying to get him to be a little more vocal. I kind of jumped on him a little bit today out there. So it was good for him. He kind of the thing about it, man. They're all good kids. That's one thing you always worry about as a new coach coming in. How can I coach the kid? Cox the same way. My style, I'm really, really demanding on them guys. And they haven't balked back. Sometimes they give me that look when they get up and they go and line up. So that's been good as a new coach coming in.
Last question.
You weren't vocal. Why you make
Oh,
Last question, Jacob.
they don't know that part. They don't know that, Mike P.
Jacob, last question. To go back to what you were saying about NIL for a second, how do you factor that into the way you are as a recruiter? Because you're looking for guys who you want to be playing for you for the right reasons, but it has to be a part of the approach where you're talking about NIL and financial opportunities.
You got to talk about it. It's here. It's in front of us. The thing you hope is, the Gator Nation is huge, man. So I think their support and the things that they're doing, and with the NIL, I think that's going to be our driving force. You guys, the fans are doing a great job, and really don't have to speak a whole lot on it. I think the brand kind of sells itself, so you can't run away from it.
So does that allow you to kind of make sure that you're getting after the players that are coming for the right reasons and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, you pretty much know. When you're having those talks with mom and dad and the kid as well. You got to put that in your your intro or into your speech. And sometimes when you talk about the NIL, they kind of sit up a little bit more. And the other was kind of, hey, Coach, I just want to play ball, and whatever come with it. So you kind of know, and the ones that do, you got to spend a little more time on that discussion.
All right. Thank you, Coach.